Every time it yawns, Shelter injects more poison into it. The poison makes it more intelligent. Slowking gets poisoned every time it yawns. Imagine if, like, you sneezed and then the CIA just sniped you like they did Kennedy.
There is no meme. This is just a threat.
Hey! Welcome back to Pokemon Crystal. Last time I went over how many Slowpokes I had to go through to not even get the King's Rock. We beat Bugsy. I talked about balls. And now it's time to beat the crap out of this kid and his rats. Isn't Pokemon wonderful? Magnitude. This episode should have a lot going on, given that Goldenrod, the city we're about to go to, is huge. There's a lot of junk in Goldenrod. Alright. Oh, a Sandshrew. Okay. This is different, it's not just rats. You'll notice how Geodude is still absurdly powerful. Rock types, in general, are not the greatest defensive type because their weaknesses to water, grass, fighting, and ground are way too common. But in the regular game, they can be pretty gosh darn useful. Because you're encountering a ton of the stuff that they resist. Yes. My rock shall pierce the heavens, or whatever the crap Gurren Lagann said. Aw, hello there, bird. Die. Alright, well, that was mean. But, down goes the Spearow. And there we go. And what's the last thing that you have? Another Spearow. Okay, I see that you are lacking in diversity. But that's fine, most media does. And down it goes. Samuel. Awful shame. Alright. Anyone else around here that would like to die to my rock? I just got my Pokemon back from the daycare. You are weak. You did not train your Pokemon yourself. You just asked someone else to do it for you. However, Snubbull is adorable. So... die. Oh crap, special attack! Geodude's weakness! But unfortunately, I'm going to tear the earth asunder on your dog. It's the hierarchy of life. Pit bulls need to be kept away from children, and I need to be kept away from pit bulls. Goodbye, Brandon. Oh my god, you had $1,000? Can I clap your cheeks again, please? No? Okay. Alright, there are 2 new encounters or 3 here. That rat is not one of them. Rattata! I don't want to deal with you. Hold on. If I remember correctly, that lady down there has grass types? That's the type I don't actually deal with very well. Though very soon, I should be able to. What does that mean? Wouldn't you like to know? Why do I remember things like the specific Pokemon trainers have? You have the Bulbasaur line, right? No, Hoppip. Okay, I'm not as... I don't... Oh god, what is in my throat? What is the animation for Headbutt? The screen just, like, shakes and then it does a basic tackle. Huh. Well, anyways, Hoppip is going down. And next up, we have... another Hoppip. Okay. So this girl doesn't have a Bulbasaur. I guess I have more of a life than I thought I did. Okay, never mind. I did remember the Pokemon that random trainers had from games I played When was the last time I played Crystal? I think it was back when it came out on 3DS? And how long ago was that? 4 years? 5 years? Time isn't real. But what is real are the Pokemon I'm going to catch on this route. I forgot there are more children I need to beat up. So, first of all... Ian! It's Brutal Moose! Hi, Mankey. I'm gonna spanky that Mankey. Razor Leaf! Bam, and goodbye. Ooh, a crit. I like it when my moves have high critical hit ratios. Oh, a Diglett! I love Diglett. It's just a cute little Pokemon, and Dugtrio is great. Especially Alolan Dugtrio. The why Diglett got 2 regional variants? I don't know. I don't know if I should go that far as to, like, it deserves 2 regional variants, but, you know. Hello there, police officer. Goodbye, police officer. Wow, your line of sight is large. Okay, so you're the last trainer on this route. Show me what you got. Camper Todd. A duck? Interesting. Razor Leaf! And it's dead. Excellent. So with that, we can now start hunting for Pokemon. There are, by my highly qualified research, 4 new encounters here for this time of day. But I'm only going to catch 3 of them if they decide to show up. Let's take your guess now. How long will this take to show up? It's not Pidgey. Wait, do I have any balls? I have 8 balls. That should work. Abra is one of the new encounters. I am not going to try to catch it because it just teleports away and I can buy my animals later rather than, catch that one. That's Pidgey. That's not what I want. Abra is not what I want. Snubbull has a 30% chance to show up, by the way. Snubbull! Oh my god. Come on, I just want the dog. The dog. I want the dog. Thank you. Snubbull! Snubbull is a really good Pokemon. At least for, like, this point in the Pokemon's lifespan. It is a pure normal type that stats are like a lesser Ursaring. I did not mean to use Curse, I meant to use Swift. I'm just garbage. Granbull is what Snubbull evolves into. It's level 23 that happens. So, like, really early. And its stats, it has the same HP and defense as Ursaring, though slightly worse. Crap, why can I not speak? Though slightly worse. Well, we'll come back to Snubbull, apparently. Jigglypuff. Wigglytuff is one of those Pokemon with a ridiculously high HP stat and paper-thin defenses. So it's actually only kind of tanky. Jigglypuff is a mono-normal type that learns a lot of special moves for absolutely no reason whatsoever. And it does the job of being a tanky, almost special attacker. Okay, I guess. It gets access to all 3 elemental punches, rollout, double edge at level 39. It's not god-awful, but if you want a mono-normal type with a really weird move pool, there are just so many better options than Wigglytuff. It rolls its cute eyes and sings a soothing lullaby. Its gentle song puts anyone who hears it to sleep. Alright. So it's a balloon. It's a singer. Alright, when I think of a singer, what's the first thing I think of? A female singer to boot. We're gonna name it Underwood. After Carrie Underwood. Because I do not condone, destroying your cheating boyfriend's truck, as that is illegal and could get you in serious trouble. But when Carrie Underwood sings about when he cheats, I gotta admit, I get it. I understand it. Alright. Snubbull, going back to Snubbull. So it is the exact same thing as Ursaring, except slightly weaker and slower. So then why would you use Granbull over Ursaring? 2 reasons, in my opinion. 1, it gets Shadow Ball, which is physical in this generation, which means it can do a lot of... It'll one-shot every single Psychic type in the game. Pretty much every single Psychic type in the game will get one-shot with Shadow Ball. In truth, it is a cowardly Pokemon. It growls eagerly in order to hide its fear from its opponent. Aww. So let's see, it's a Bulldog. When I think of Bulldog, or Pitbull, I think of Hey Bulldog, the song by the Beatles. So I'm gonna name it after a random Beatle. Let's see, there's John, Paul, George, or Ringo. Let's do George Harrison. Because he's not good enough to be, John or Paul, but he's not bad enough to be Ringo. So he kind of goes under the radar, even though he does have a pretty good solo career. In particular, I'm a big fan of, God, what's that song called? Got My Mind Set on You? I don't think that's the actual name, but it's a good one. Alright. So with that, we have one more encounter that I actually... Oh, there it is. Ditto! Hold on, I should change this into a significantly... Yeah, okay, hold on. Become this fish. There we go. Ooh, Ditto's color palette looks really nice. I like it. Freddy Fish? Get a little peck. Ditto is so much cooler in concept than in execution, at least for right now. So what Ditto does is, with its one move, Transform, like as you saw, it becomes the opponent Pokemon. It copies all of its stats except HP. Ditto's HP is always just what Ditto's HP would be. That's a problem because Ditto's HP is bad. Its HP stat is not that good. It also always needs a turn to set up. Like, Booberry. Come on out, baby. So it's almost always going to go second. It's then going to need to survive a hit. And then when it transforms, because it has the exact same stats as the opponent, Ditto is going to have to win a speed tie to actually attack first. So with all of that in mind, it really doesn't do that great. Later generations give it the ability to transform instantly, which is really good. You know what, let me try to lick it. But the speed tie problem always exists, and the low HP always exists. So Ditto just doesn't... It's used to be put into a daycare and make eggs. We are literally hiring a brothel employee. In some ways, it's a depressing existence. Alright. It also doesn't want to get caught. Alright, that's going to just take me out. I'm not surviving that. Alright, well... Can GNR... I didn't actually mean to switch into it. GNR is probably going to KO it. So let's just hope that one of these balls work. Oh, we're doing this, aren't we? Come on. Up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A, start. Oh, this... Does Ditto have just that low of a catch rate? Fine, let's try to scratch it and see if it doesn't get KO'd. Oh, that was a critical, okay. Alright. Up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A, start. Konami code, baby. Alright. We might have ourselves a little bit of a problem. I might have failed to catch this Ditto. Yup. Ditto has proven too strong for us. I should have just made it become Boo Berry. Why did I not do that? Alright. We are now in Goldenrod City. The largest city in the game. And it has a lot of stuff to do. For starters, gambling. But I need a coin case before I can gamble. And I can get one soon-ish. There's also the Goldenrod department store. This is the big Mega Mart. And I believe you have the lottery for me? No, the lottery's like on the top floor. Or that might actually be in Gen 4. Now, with the power of the department store, I'm going to buy some balls. But before I buy balls, there's a more important matter to attend to. You. Not you. You are not the balls that I seek. No. What I actually want is you. You sell drugs. You're also not what I'm looking for. Alright. A bit of a lot of mistakes here. You. Yes. This is the TM store. It has Headbutt, and then 3 elemental punches. Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, and Ice Punch. These are all special moves in this generation, and give so many Pokemon incredible type coverage. Especially because Thunderbolt, Flamethrower, and Ice Beam are not TMs in this game. So if you want to use Ice Punch, or like have any of those moves for coverage, you have to come here. And what's really cool is that though they are weaker than Ice Beam, Thunder Punch, and Fire Punch, so many more Pokemon can learn them, and the TMs are just buyable. You can come back and buy as many of these as you want. It is so cool for a lot of Gen 2 Pokemon, and makes them kind of dumb broken. Alright. I'd like to see Ditto beat me when I have 20 balls. I'm like 5 Gappies from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Alright, now here's another thing. By going to the basement, we can rummage it for goodies. None over there. And, that's blocked off. So then I believe we just walk out. No, hang on. We have to go up to the first floor, come back, go back down, and they've moved around the boxes. And with the boxes moved around, I can grab an Ultra Ball. It's the balls of Ultra Lord from Jimmy Neutron. And then I do the same old thing. I go up to the first floor, I walk out, I go in, down to the basement, and boom. More goodies. Thank you very much, department store, for letting the child rummage through your back rooms. Burn heal. I don't even know where I'll get burned in anytime soon. And then ball. An ether. That's good. So, we have now gotten everything I want from there. It is time to gamble. But a 10-year-old can't just go into a casino. Not without proper identification. and the proper case for coins. The problem is, I don't remember where you get the coin case. Was it in here? Are you a trainer? No, I don't... Oh! You're Bill's family? Never mind. I'll take Bill's number. Thank you for just giving your older brother's phone number away. Alright, your husband's in the game corner. Bill's dad has a gambling addiction. Secret Pokemon lore. I couldn't win at the slots and I blew it on card flipping. Right, okay, just gotta go to the underground. So, let's go get the ability to gamble. Hello there. There were some shops downstairs, but there were also trainers. Damn, that must suck. Who's in the lead right now? Oingo Boingo, perfect. Exactly who I wanted. I got booted out of the game corner. I was trying to cheat using my Pokemon. I mean, have you seen who runs casinos? You're lucky you didn't get assassinated. Grimer! I love that pile of sludge. Unfortunately, Oingo Boingo does not yet know a Psychic-type move. That shows up in 3 levels. So instead, I'm just going to punch the shit out of this slime until it dies. Okay, cock tease me more, why don't you? Alright, more ice punching. Ah, get bent. Trying to poison me. Fucking poison types. And there we go. Now, Super Nerds, if I remember correctly, they're pretty loaded. Right? Okay, no, you're like... You're not poor, but you're not rich. Ooh! Let me see your Pokemon's sweet new haircut. It'd be so funny if it's a Pokemon that doesn't even have hair, like Magnemite. Lickitung has hair? Where would it... Alright, buddy. You don't evolve yet, you're not that good, get ice punched. Why does this random Lickitung know an HM move? Now that I think about it, do any Pokemon your opponents have actually know HM moves? Why does that thing know cut? Oh, okay, you are the one that has the money. Coin case, perfect. Now, I can go gamble. Going up here. It is time for the joy that Pokemon Company took away from us because it took like 5 generations to realize you probably shouldn't have gambling in a kid's game. I taught Blizzard to my Pokemon. It was hard enough to give coins for it. Alright, does anyone here give me free coins? Like in, Gen 1? Hello, feed my gambling addiction. Feed my gambling addiction? Feed my gambling addiction. Feed my gambling addiction? Alright, well. Can I at least get, like, item finder coins? No? Alright. Welcome to the game corner. Do you need some coins? 1,000 for 50 coins. That's... Well, hang on. Let me save my game that I've apparently been playing for 18 hours. And let's get 50 coins. Alright. There are 2 games. Ye old slot machines. That... Yeah. Woo. The slot machines. Incredible. Alright, and then there's also coin flip. Which... I'm assuming that's alcohol. Coin flip. Alright, so here's what you do here. You just place your bet on what it'll be. And if you just bet it all on one thing... Eventually you'll be correct. And eventually you'll get a lot of money. It's incredibly slow. Incredibly agonizing. And you're not very likely to win. Oh. Well. Just gonna hit that. So what you can do is if you want to sit here and gamble forever, you can get the Fire Blast, Thunder, and, Fire Blast, Thunder, Blizzard. It was the one the guy literally talked about up front. Those 3 TMs are powerful, especially this early in the game, but the elemental punches are way easier to get and more accurate. You can also acquire 3 Pokemon. Abra for cheap as balls, Cubone, and Wobbuffet. So as I attempt to gamble my life savings away, I will discuss them. Abra is the cheapest Pokemon you can get. And it is, and I kid you not here, one of the strongest Pokemon, like, in terms of a single-player campaign, ever. Kadabra in Gen 2 basically can just solo the game by itself. Because it gets Psychic type, which is one of the best types offensively in this generation, and just in general. And then all 3 elemental punches, which are special moves. And it gets a natural upgrade for its Psychic move, starting with Confusion, then getting Psybeam, and Psychic, all naturally. It is absurdly powerful. So, that begs the question, what about the fact that you can't trade evolve it? That doesn't matter. Straight up doesn't matter. Because Alakazam, you know, not counting Mewtwo, is the strongest and fastest Psychic type. The second strongest and fastest Psychic type is Espeon. And the third fastest and strongest Psychic type is Kadabra. Kadabra's stats are just that powerful that even if you can't evolve it, it's still really good. So, after that, you have Cubone. Cubone is also really good. Cubone has obnoxiously high bulk and physical attack, and is a mono ground type. That doesn't have to worry about not getting Earthquake, because it essentially just gets moves that, excuse me. Wow. You know what? Maybe this isn't so bad, this one. It gets Boomerang or something that is essentially as powerful as Earthquake. Like, it's basically just Earthquake. It's a 2-hit 50 attack move with a little less accuracy. So it gets powerful ground stab. It has good offense and bulk. It's just a solid option. For a mono ground type, I would earnestly recommend... What the hell? I would earnestly recommend it. If you were trying to go for a mono ground type. It doesn't get its attack doubling move until, post-game, I think. But it's still fine even without it. And then the last Pokemon you can get is Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet is one of those Pokemon that's really good, but kind of annoying to actually use. Because Wobbuffet, its whole shtick is that it has a lot of HP. And its only way of doing damage is by counter and mirror coat. And counter is, if your opponent attacked you with a physical move, you do the damage they did to you times 2. And Mirror Coat is that for special moves. So, Wobbuffet wants to take a lot of damage, double it back, KO one Pokemon, and then, through the power of the move Destiny Bomb that it gets, which will KO it and the opponent if the opponent KOs Wobbuffet, it tries to always go 2 for 1. That's use... I switched away on the 1 before it did. You know what? We're leaving. So Wobbuffet is useful, but its playstyle isn't the most fun. Grinding it up is an obnoxious pain because you need to worry about wild Pokemon that don't, that just use status moves and other moves that Wobbuffet can't counter. You gotta worry about mixed attackers. And it ends up being annoying to train. But it is very good if you can get it going. I just think it's a bit too passive for my liking and relies on you just knowing your opponent. Wobbuffet is good, though. Now, this is another thing. Exclusive to Crystal, I have a full party and I need to change that. Oh, I just also talked to the bike salesman. He gives you your bike for free to try and advertise it. A problem with that is I'm on an emulator with a speed-up function. So I don't really care about the bike. It's there. So anyways, Bill's PC, we're going to deposit Freddy Fish. And then we are going to do a lot more Pokemon bios. A lot of them. So, what the couple is going to give you here, is I'm going to save before I accept this, is in Crystal only, and they're going to give you a mysterious egg. The odd egg, its main shtick is that it has, like, an increased chance of being a shiny Pokemon, but I don't give a rat's ass about shiny Pokemon. What I care is that it can be any of the baby Pokemon, at least the baby Pokemon that were around in Gen 2. So, that can get you in, let me think, Igglybuff, Cleffa, Pichu, Smoochum, Magby, Elekid, and Tyrogue. That's a lot of fucking Pokemon. And a lot of them are actually quite rare. Not Igglybuff. Igglybuff is not worth getting because you can literally catch Jigglypuff just outside. Cleffa will become Cleffable. Cleffable is actually really good. It's a mono-normal type that basically does what, it does what Wigglytuff wants to do, but better. It gets Sing, it gets a really good special move pool, it gets Metronome, which is funny, and it's bulkier, it's stronger. Cleffable is actually a really good normal type for people that like normal types that just mess around with moves that normal types should not be able to learn. It's like why I love Special Raticate in Gen 1. Then there's Tyrogue. It's a mono fighting type that can evolve into Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, and Hitmontop. The only one of those three worth existing is Hitmonlee, because none of the others get fighting moves. Hitmonchan gets all 3 elemental punches. They're special in this generation. Hitmonchan's special attack is garbage. Hitmontop gets triple kick, its signature move. Doesn't get that to level 49. Does not get a single fighting type move before then. Hitmonlee gets jump kick really early, and that's a good fighting type move. Hitmonlee also continues to get like high jump kick and good fighting moves. Which is a shame because I love the Hitmons a lot. Their level up move pools just take too long to get something worth having. I mean, Christ, Hitmonchan's strongest attack for fighting type is Mach Punch. Plus, evolving Tyrogue can be annoying. Oh, the bike shop guy. Anyways, we're done with that quest. I know, you were so invested in the bike shop subplot. Raichu and Electabuzz are very similar, and that they are fast special attackers who get access to a lot of good moves that melt at physical attacks. The difference is that Electabuzz is better than Raichu in every way in terms of stats. Because Electabuzz is just faster and stronger. Raichu has a bit more physical attack, but its physical move pool is like okay. It's like Iron Tail. Iron Tail's kind of nice. But they both get a natural Thunderbolt, they get the elemental punches, and they're both fast but frail electric types. They're good. They're good. They're both really good if you want an electric type. Especially in this game where Ampharos isn't obtainable, so you don't have very many options for electric types. Strongly recommend either of them. Smoochum is an Ice Psychic type that gets Ice Punch and Psychic. Absolutely melts at physical attacks. Like, yes, I just said Pikachu and Electabuzz melt at physical attacks. Jinx absolutely melts at physical attacks. A Caterpie can tackle that woman and she is in the hospital for 3 days. But she's fast, she's strong. I think they changed her skin color so she's not racist anymore. I don't know if this is where Purple Jinx started. Jinx is really solid. I've used Jinx in this generation. Very good. Strongly recommend. Last of all is Magby, which evolves into Magmar, and Magmar is not catchable in the Burn Tower in Crystal, so if you want a Magmar, this is the only way to get it. Basically, it's like a slightly lesser Typhlosion. It's a fast-hitting special attacker whose offensive presence consists of Fire Punch and Thunder Punch, and that's it. It does get Psychic by TM post-game, which is neat and wonky. So it's got a little bit more than Typhlosion. It's just a fast-hitting special attacker. That's all it is. So yeah, I believe that's all of the Pokemon you can get from the Odd Egg. And almost all of them are usable. Literally except, because even Tyro can be usable if you make it Hitmonlee. Adding any of them is good. These Pokemon being here are a really cool addition for Crystal. And I'm going lightning fast here because, you know, not to spoil anything, I am in fact using one of the Odd Egg Pokemon. Is this the one that I want, or am I going to have to reset? Aw, Cleffa! Cleffa's adorable! It's also not what I'm using, so I'll be right back. Sorry, Cleffa. I don't want you. I'm going to have to reset the entire universe. I'm sorry, little one. So, here it is. The big reveal. The egg that I wanted was Magby. Yep. Magmar and Magby will be our next team member. I like the little fire dude. It has Dizzy Punch, which is one of the side effects of the Odd Egg, I forgot to mention. They all come out with Dizzy Punch, which is a move. So, yep, we now have a fire type, which means we can actually hurt grass types now. Woo! But more important than that, I'm not going to say I cheated, but I used save states to cheat, and I now have enough coins to purchase Pokemon. I will start with Abra. It hypnotizes itself so that it can teleport away when it senses danger, even if it's asleep. It is the PSI Pokemon, and when I think of psychic power, I gotta go with Ness. Earthbound is a fun, charming game. I've played Mother 1 and Earthbound, so Mother 1 and 2. Mother 1 is my favorite game that I will never play again. Cubone! Now, it lost its mother after its birth. It wears its mother's skull, never revealing its true face. Alright. Cubone. It's a skeleton Pokemon. It wears a skeleton. So, a famous skeleton. First skeleton I thought of was Brook from One Piece. Love that skeleton. Yo-ho-ho! I can't do Brook correctly. Wobbuffet! In order to conceal its black tail, it lives in a dark cave and only moves about at night. I'll be honest with you, I don't really know what Wobbuffet's supposed to be. It's like a punching bag, I think? I'll nickname it Sandbag. After the thing from Smash Bros, I guess. And then I also want a second Abra. This is for a special reason. First of all, let's check what level do they all come in at. Abra's level 5, but, Cubone and Wobbuffet are 15. And it already has Bone Club. It already just has a good, ground-type move. And that's Wobbuffet's final moveset. I don't think Encore exists in this game. So you might be asking yourself, why did you purchase a second Abra? To show off a neat little thing the game does. Is it you? No. Was it you? No. Was it you? There's someone around here I need to clear my throat. I need to talk to. Okay, it's not you. Was it you? There's an in-game trade for Abra, and I'm pretty sure it's in the department store. Is it you? Alright, it's not you. Is it you? No. Hold on, guys. I'm not crazy. I'm not hallucinating. Is it you? No, you're just explaining to me how to use drugs to play better. Oh, you! You look like a traitor. Alright. Machoke, Kadabra, Haunter, and Graveler. Right, cool. I swear to God. Is it you, Mr. Fat Man? No. Is it you? Mystery gift. Is it you? Yes! Alright. So, you give this guy an Abra. And this is the second in-game trade. So we'll give Abra to Mike. Mike will give us Machop. This is an in-game trade that is the earliest you can get Machop, though you can get Machop very shortly thereafter. You can take a Gold Berry, which is nice. It's nicknamed Muscle, and look at the top right of the screen there, you'll see that it's a woman. This is because this Machop is meant to be a Whitney counter. Since it is female, it is not susceptible to Attract, which is Whitney's main move that she likes to use to make you really annoyed. It's also a fighting type with fighting type moves. If you had caught a level 10 Abra, it'd even come in at level 10, then you just use it in her gym to level it up. It's a neat way to deal with Whitney that I don't think anyone really knows about. But, with that being said, we can now actually progress through Goldenrod to our next gym. Whitney's Miltank is infamously really hard. Will I struggle with it? No! I'm better at video games than you. Do not think about anything I've done ever that was dumb. Don't. And don't think about this if Whitney gives me trouble next episode. Not gonna happen. Nope. Nuh-uh.